So the Nutella roll cookies didn't turn out exactly the way I had hoped. And I wanted to show you what happened. The thing that happened was the temperature was too high in the recipe. So the bottoms burnt. And just overall, the flavor, both my husband and I agreed that they were very hard and very dry. So I can't, in good conscience, give you a recipe that I wasn't happy with. There's another one, really badly burnt. So we're going to do it again. And I'm going to modify three things. The temperature, instead of 375, we're going to dial it back to 350. For the dryness, I'm going to add apricot jam. And the reason I chose apricot is that it's a little tart and it balances the sweetness of the chocolate hazelnut spread or the Nutella. And then the final thing, and I think the most important, is that when I spread the Nutella, the chocolate hazelnut filling, I'm not going to completely cover the pie crust, and I'm going to do it in kind of a circle within a circle. I know that probably doesn't make too much sense right now, but you'll see as we go through and make the new batch of Nutella cookie rolls. You know, the way I'm doing this, it's actually very much like a winter cookie that I bake on my blog, Pie Lady Bakes, and it's called rugelach. And I'll leave a link below for that recipe if you'd like to try it. So I have a pastry mat out and I've floured it lightly. And I'm going to use about a quarter cup of the hazelnut chocolate spread or Nutella. And just put it on, not out to the edge. And we're just going to spread it in a circle. And leave the center bare. Okay, that's the spread. And the second thing we want to spread is this lovely apricot preserve. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of drop it at the end of the teaspoon because it would be hard to spread within the Nutella. And the oven's preheating to 350. The original recipe was 375. Way too hot, especially for this type of recipe, because in a pie, you have lots of filling and that can absorb some of the heat. But in this case, we were just making very small cookies and they just overbaked. Okay. And just like before, we cut from the outside in. I forgot that. And that keeps the center of the pinwheel from curling up. There. My baking tray with the parchment paper on it. And we'll roll them. Much better. And this time, I'm making sure that the last little curl of the pinwheel is on the top. And if you don't like apricot jam, try something else. You know, maybe cherry or blueberry. That might work. Oh, we've got a little too much here. Okay, I'm going to finish rolling these. And then I'll come back and show you the rolled cookies before they go in the oven. And the final steps, oh, there's my oven. The final steps are to brush the tops of the cookies with butter. And just a tip, when you're rolling up the cookies, just keep a little paper towel handy. It helps wipe off your fingers because they will get sticky from the Nutella and the jam. And it keeps them a little neater. You can see I didn't realize that until I was about halfway through, but you can do that if you like. Okay, and then the final step is to sprinkle all of the cookies with this raw sugar, or sanding sugar, as it's called in some places. Coarse sugar. I like to buy the kinds that come in the little packets because it's not something you use. So, there we go. I'll pop these in the oven. And this time, I'm only going to bake them for about, I'm going to start at 15 minutes. And then we'll work our way up to maybe 18. So this time and temperature were exactly right. 350 degrees for 15 minutes. And just to dress them up a bit, I'm just going to sprinkle a little confectioner's sugar over the top. So time for the taste test. You can taste the apricot and the hazelnut, and the pie crust is really flaky the way it's supposed to be. Yay! Very, very good. Compared to, I'll just reach over here, this poor little burnt fellow. I don't think we'll be eating those. So enjoy. And be sure to keep watching. We have a collection of 5 amazing dessert recipes, all made with pie crust.